Did I yell too much today? Am I too lenient? I didn't follow through with any of those consequences I warned him about. Man, all the mess in the apartment drives me nuts. I let him stay up too late. Am I a good mom?
We all love being parents, but let's be honest, some days can be brutal as hell, especially when you're a single parent. You're the sole nurturer, disciplinarian, provider, the whole ass cleanup crew. When you're running on empty, it's easy to confuse exhaustion with failure. Let's talk about what really makes a good parent with truth and research, not pressure and perfection. This is a lie that we have been told, and it's a lie that we reaffirm to ourselves all the time.
What do you mean we reaffirm the lie?
Let me tell you how this happens. We often scroll through social media, watch movies and TV shows. We watch our neighbors with kids as if they're the perfect family, and we compare ourselves to a curated image of what other people want us to see. Listen, comparison is not always bad. Comparison can be useful when it's used as inspiration to improve. But a lot of times we use comparison to negatively judge ourselves. This is reflected in a study posted on Science Direct. The findings showed that moms who watched mom-related content on social media experienced higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. However, the study also found that context and the emotion in the content mattered, suggesting that not all social comparisons are harmful. The takeaway from all of this is that we shouldn't strive for perfection because perfection just doesn't exist in any realm of life. We should strive to do our best, recognizing that our best might look different today than what it looked yesterday. And if you're going to compare yourself to other parents, look for inspiration, look for advice, look for authenticity, for relatability. Don't look for curated images and videos that are designed to make you feel bad about yourself. I obviously do a lot of talking on this channel, but I like to also present my audience with research because it is more concrete than just me sitting here spitting my ideas and personal experience at you, especially with sensitive topics like if you are a good enough parent. So here are 4 evidence-based traits that make you a good enough parent. Years of research has shown over and over again the importance of emotional availability from a parent to their child. Emotional availability is exactly what it sounds like. It is the parent's ability to be responsive to their child's emotional needs, creating an environment that is emotionally safe for the child to express themselves. According to this article published on Frontiers in Psychology, children who grew up with parents that had high emotional availability showed the following: secure attachment, better emotional regulation, greater empathy, social competence, and school readiness, fewer behavioral and psychological problems. Children don't need a perfect parent. They need a parent who is nurturing, validating, and supports emotional expression. Dr. Dan Siegel is a revolutionary psychiatrist who is known for his groundbreaking work in interpersonal neurobiology. In his book, The Whole Brain Child, Dr. Siegel writes, "When parents make mistakes, which we all do, it's important to repair the disconnection and rebuild the relationship. These moments of repair are opportunities for teaching kids about empathy, communication, and resilience." Ruptures are normal and inevitable in the parent-child relationship. What is critical is that the parent returns to the child to reconnect and repair, demonstrating that relationships can withstand mistakes and conflict. Maslow's hierarchy of needs was created by psychologist Abraham Maslow. The hierarchy explains human motivation, and the theory says that our two most important needs that have to be met before any other need are our basic physiological needs and safety, what you see on level 1 and level 2. This theory essentially tells us that without these two fundamental needs being met, we cannot progress any further because we simply won't be motivated to. If you provide food, water, clothing, shelter, a safe place to sleep at night, you are already giving your child what they need most. Remember that children learn more by example than by lecture. You can tell your kid all day long how to be accountable when they make mistakes and how self-care is important, but if you're not doing those things, why would they? The American Psychological Association points out that when parents admit mistakes, they teach their children self-compassion as well as emotional intelligence. Additionally, when talking about stress management and self-care, the APA states, the research makes it clear that children are negatively affected by their parents' stress. According to APA's 2010 Stress in America survey, 69% of respondents recognize that their personal stress affects their children, and only 14% of children said their parents' stress didn't bother them. In addition, 25% to 47% of tweens reported feeling sad, worried, or frustrated about their parents' stress. Another study published last year in Child Development found that parent stress imprints on children's genes and the effects last a very long time. That's why modeling good stress management can make a very positive difference in children's behavior as well as how they themselves cope with stress, psychologists say. Paul Nitter recommends that parents make time for exercise, hobbies, maintaining their friendships, and connecting with their partners. That may mean committing to spending regular time at the gym or making date night a priority. While as single parents, the date night thing may or may not be relevant, the overall takeaway from this is that maintaining your health and happiness is really important. If you are always putting yourself last, guess what your kids are going to grow up to do? They are going to grow up always putting other people before themselves because that's what they saw you do. The truth is, if you care enough to click on a video like this or to put a search into Google or YouTube asking if you are a good parent, you already are. It shows that you're reflective, you're willing to learn and improve, and above all else, how much you love your children. If you found this video helpful or you found it to be a good reminder, make sure that you give it a like. Do not forget to subscribe so that we can continue to hang out talking about the single parent life, and I will see you in the next video.